Hey everybody, it's me, Matt. Welcome back to another episode of Q&A with Matt K. The show, I don't know what I call this. The videos where you get to see what it's like to be a Salesforce consultant, making changes to Salesforce in real time without any planning at all ahead of time. I try to rely on just what's in my head, but sometimes I do need to check with the documents that are available on the web, but I won't look for somebody else's answer. So at least I'll try to keep it a little official. If you are new to the show, please remember to like and subscribe below. There we go. We've done some analysis using YouTube, and it turns out a lot of the views that we get are from people who don't subscribe. You don't get anything if you subscribe, so we're not sending you emails or anything like that, so it can't hurt. But what it does do, it does allow me to kind of justify doing this more. So I spend a lot of time in my day job, so to speak, sitting in meetings, and I prefer to play with Salesforce. So the more subscribers we have, the more that I can do this type of stuff of helping people answer their questions, write code for them, build flows, reports, etc., which is all I really want to do. So I need more subscribers. So please remember to subscribe below. With that, let's go ahead and jump in. There's a question today on Trailhead from Tom. It says, I need to auto-populate a date field when another Picklist field is set to a certain value. Seems pretty straightforward. It looks like he's trying to do it with a flow. You can submit your own questions, by the way. You don't have to put questions up on the Trailhead site. You can go to quick2.click/Q&A and submit a question, and I will do my best to try to answer it. You may even want to join if you want. You can join the call and watch me do it. But I'm more than happy to build out something for any of our viewers. So let's go ahead and begin. I am going to jump to my playground here that I get from Trailhead for free, and I'll go to setup. I already had that open. And I think, actually, now let's come back to the question. We need a field called assign date. Let's do it on lead, because he mentioned, well, he mentions a custom field name status. So I'm going to need two custom fields. Lead already has a status field. I don't really want to create a new one, but we'll go ahead and do that. So assign date and status, one's a pick list, one's a date field. Let's go ahead and do it. So let's go to the object here, and we'll go to lead. And I'm going to create a new field. And this one will be the date field. We'll call it assign date, like he had asked. And fair warning, safe harbor, notice, whatever you want to call it. I am doing this in my Trailhead playground. If you are doing this for real, you will do this in a sandbox first, where you will test it and test it thoroughly, and then it will be promoted as part of some process from that sandbox to maybe even another sandbox, and eventually to production. So I'm going through what you will do in your sandbox, not in your production. Let's go ahead and create a picklist field, and we'll call this the assigned status, just so I'll be able to tell the difference. And we'll have a value of not assigned and assigned. I'm making this stuff up. No, let's do this one. Okay. And next. And next. And save. And let's come up to our leads tab and just check it out. See if it shows up. It may not show up, because I added it to the page layout, but I didn't add it to the lightning page or flexi page, depending how you like to refer to it. So it may not actually show up here. Let's just see if it does. Assign date, assign status, perfect. It did show up. Excellent. Okay. And so the requirement is when the status is changed to the value assigned, go ahead and populate the date. This seems awfully simple to me. I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just saying I'm concerned that maybe there's something that I'm not thinking of, and that this is going to somehow, throw a wrench in my day. So we'll see. But I'm going to create a new flow, and I'm going to start from scratch. It's going to be a record trigger flow, and we're going to do it on the lead object when a record is created or updated. And the condition is going to be that the assigned status is equal to assigned. Okay, so only records that are being saved that now meet this condition. Every time a record is updated and meets the condition requirements, let's go ahead and also put assigned date equals is null. So that every time a record is saved, if the assigned status is equal to assigned and the assigned date is empty. We could also say if the assigned status is changed and we do that type of stuff, but this should probably meet the requirements in this case. Every time a record is updated and meets these conditions, then we should be good. I think that's fine. Or do I want to do this one and take out the date option? We could do that too. And that way, every time a record is saved, if it now is assigned and it wasn't before, it'll put today's date. Maybe that's the better way to do it. And that way you could assign something, unassign it, assign it again, unassign it, that type of thing. I think that maybe is the right way. We're going to do a fast field update, which means it's going to get updated as it's being saved instead of after the fact. A before trigger versus an after trigger for those of you that are developers. Let's close that, and we're going to go ahead and update the triggering record. We're going to say set assigned date, and we're just going to say assigned date is going to have a value of today. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe if I start typing. Nope. Maybe if I look here, current date, perfect. Okay. So there's some built-in stuff, and that's it. Let's go ahead and save it. We're going to say set assigned date on lead and save. Now I should test it, right? This is what I should be doing. So let's go ahead and debug it. Let's pretend that run the flow as if it was just created, sure. And we'll choose a lead, Matt K lead. There we go. And we want it to roll back so we won't actually see these changes. Skip start condition requirements. Yeah, let's go ahead and skip it. And let's see what happens. It looked like it updated the record. And then it rolled back. Okay, no errors. So that seems good. Let's go ahead and activate it. I'm hoping this is a quick one. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this lead. And I'm going to set the assigned status to assigned and hit save. And now the assigned date should just be filled in. And it is. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and create a new lead. And let's go ahead and create a new lead called Jane Doe. And Jane Doe Inc. Now I'm going to set this to not assigned because I want to make sure that it does not get filled in. And, oh, that's okay. It's not filled in. Perfect. Okay. And if I set this one to assigned, it should now get filled in. Okay. One more test because we've got to be thorough. Let's go ahead and create a new lead. Jim Simons, and we'll call this Jim Simons Inc. And the assigned status is going to be assigned this time. Let's hit save. It should be filled in. And it's filled in. Awesome. It worked. Okay. Phew. So it's pretty straightforward. We have a trigger that is going to only run when the assigned status is equal to assigned and it wasn't previously, which we're doing by this. It's going to fill in the assigned date. It's going to do it quickly. And that's it. Super simple. So I will post this on Trailhead. And once again, please remember to like and subscribe. It does help me a lot. I would appreciate it if you could do me a favor. In exchange for that favor of liking and subscribing, I will answer one of your questions if you submit it. So feel free to submit a question on quick2.click/Q&A. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.